What's up guys, welcome back to my channel.
What's up guys?
We are in front of my uncle's beautiful house. He's so sweet and he let us do a house tour for you guys. So
let's go.
Hi.
Brianna!
Oh, it's good to see you.
Wonderful niece. You've gotten so big.
I know.
What year were you born?
1998.
I started this house 3 years before you were born. Started collecting for this house. Started the business in 1995 and started buying buildings with all this wood.
So you knew that you wanted to have a beautiful house one day?
I was in my 20s and when I was seeing big wood like that, I didn't want to cut it up for the furniture. So I'd tell the workers, keep the big wood over here, never cut it and use it for furniture, we're gonna save that.
If you didn't know, he's a furniture designer. All of this is him.
This is a in-house humidifier. It gets dry up here in Flagstaff. I wanted it for the art aspect, but it's also a full house humidifier. It's water coming down there.
Here's the living room where we watch movies.
This is some of my typical furniture. We got about 250 workers that make this furniture. It's all old recycled wood and they hand carve everything. Pretty much everything in this house is recycled wood. The flooring is old teak wood. There's an old scrap iron in Indonesia. We go and find all this stuff. All the beams up there, you can see like the notches up there. I just leave all the original notches in it because it adds a lot of character. Like this beam you'd find in the ocean. It's an old teak piece of wood. That's why you can see it here. It's very strong, sturdy. You can see it can hold it can hold a man up. It ain't going anywhere.
This is one of my favorite parts. The big sliding doors. Most beautiful view.
This is our bedroom in here. We can come out at night. There's the fireplace. We can sit and have a glass of wine.
Whoa, keep it PG, Jason.
Yeah. What's cool about this, instead of putting big dining tables out here, we made this bench really big. So you can sit up here with your food and kick back here. You can also walk on it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
all right, okay.
I'm good at this.
Get this man down right now.
I'm good at
Okay,
Oh my
we're done with that.
What?
Go push it.
No.
This is the guardian of the back of the house. And as you can see, a lot of kids don't know what teak is, but probably the best wood in the world as you can get. This is what they build sailboats out of. If you're watching this, go get your dad and show him this house. He'll really appreciate this teak wood.
Yeah, I gotta see if this is a guy or girl real quick. Yeah.
Did you just cheat on me?
I mean, you guys are supposed to be continuing the house tour.
Wow. Auntie Risty's a little bit shy, so I think her daughter's gonna take over. This is your mom's favorite room. Why don't you tell us a little about it?
Has good food in it. And the fish.
Oh
And
yeah,
the
there's
fish,
a little
Nemo.
fishing Nemo.
He follows you when you walk this way. He'll follow me.
Oh my gosh.
And when I walk over here, he follows me.
Look at him.
I feel sorry for these fish. I hate having fish because I think it's very sad.
Welcome to the dining room. Look at the cool lights. This is the coolest part.
Risty's favorite part of the house is probably one of this. Modern stove. And under here is also a wolf, but what we did is we cladded it with this old antique iron.
Here's the nice fridge. Oh!
Right up here, that's a bridge. We had to make that bridge in the village. It's like 35 feet long. It goes all the way along the house. That was one of the first things we had to put in the house before we could build the house. Here's the bottom side of the bridge, which is kind of amazing. I hope you can get it with a light. But this bridge took 8 months to build.
I remember when he was explaining the concept to us, he was telling us that there was going to be glass and you could see down through. And I was like, what? You have to be really creative to think of that. Hey, we're kind of matching. Look.
Yeah.
Did you copy me?
Yeah, runs in the family.
I guess so. This has to be the coolest part of the house.
You know what's great here is when you walk down here, you got the Buddha statue under there. And right here it lines up and you can see it. It's funny because when we have parties, all the men end up standing under the glass floor and all the ladies are always walking across the top. It's a weird thing.
The first time I walked on this, I was so scared because I thought I was just gonna go through.
This is just how we get rid of our scrap wood. We have all these little pieces of wood and most people would maybe throw them away, but we use them. I make headboards out of stuff like this, but we just did this big long wall and used all our scrap wood. But you don't even really need artwork hanging on it. The concept is this is a piece of art right
Yeah,
here.
it really is.
Here's where Risty works, my wife. She does a lot of the work. This is where I work and work on furniture.
Don't I just have the coolest uncle ever? Let's show this award.
This was just Master of the Southwest. It's just They give an award out every year. They give one out to an architect, usually a furniture guy. 2011 I won it. This is some of the art I collect. These are old tribal necklaces.
From Indonesia?
Yep, there's an island called Irian Jaya where they're probably the last primitive people left. I went there in like 96 or 97 and I had to take a couple plane rides to get there, and you get there and they were pretty much all naked people with spears and shields, and it was wild. I stayed in the huts with them.
What an experience.
It was messy.
Yeah, you can tell that kids live over here. This is the best spot to get ready.
This is the kids' bedroom. Indonesians in general are incredible artists. This is a guy who drew this. They can do pottery work. They're iron workers. They're just talented as you'd never believe. But
That's
this is
so incredible.
the drawing.
Here's little Nadia's room. My little princess. You can tell a little cute girl lives in this room.
My carvers can carve anything, so she wanted a puppy, so that's what we got her. We're hockey players in this family. My kid loves hockey. I play hockey.
I love this.
Hundreds of years from now, some little kid's gonna be in this room and he's gonna see that my kid's name's, here it says Oka, that's my son. In 2015 is when we did this. And my daughter, it says Nadia. So this will stay with the existence of the house.
The house forever.
Someday there'll be some kid in here going, I wonder who Oka was.
Or they're like, oh, it's okay, but they forgot the why.
Yeah. That's the real thing. View of the light too. Look at the shadows it casts.
He designed this whole house.
I did. Well, I worked with an architect, but
Right.
all these little details was from me. This tree is about the only piece of wood in this house that's not from Indonesia. This is from Washington. It's a cedar tree, and it was a lot of work to get this tree.
All the way down to the basement.
Yep.
He has a YouTube channel now, and he's gonna go behind the scenes of how he makes his furniture and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
I'll have it linked in the description. You guys should check it out.
This is a water buffalo skull. Look at all the incredible carvings on here. It is, if you really start to stare at it, it's amazing. When I say these guys can carve, they can carve.
And this is my best friend and my Aunt Risty. She's the cutest little thing ever. This is the master bathroom.
This is what most people love about the house. I think even kids will appreciate this. This is actually a solid boulder rock cut in half. They grind her out and chip out the inside, and it's as smooth as running your hand across the granite countertop.
Oh, absolutely.
The outside is rough like a rock, but the inside is completely smooth. Push that and it turns on. Push it again, it turns off. That's a carved rock wall. That was Risty's, well, we knew we wanted a carved wall, but we didn't know what we wanted. And I was trying to do all these designs. And Risty said, let's just do a big tree there. And I was like, wow, that's simple and genius. If anyone's having marriage problems or anything, you come, you borrow the tub, solves all marriage problems.
You wanna show the shower really quick? I'm assuming that one's Uncle Jason and that one's Risty's.
Yep, these are just big slabs of wood separating this area from where we sleep. Instead of doing a wall or a railing, we thought it'd be more artistic to do something like this. Here's more of what our furniture looks like that we sell. Stuff like that, big massive carved stuff.
And they have the most beautiful view from their room too.
Lots of mornings you get little birds up here up on the windowsill. Risty wanted a very, very carved, intricate door.
Now to the basement. Let's go.
Still seeing the big tree going down.
There's a little bar area.
This is where you guys usually stay.
Yep.
This is a wedding ceremonial bed. And it's an old bed.
They hung up these cute little fairy lights. So it's like a magical dream sleeping in here. Look how cool this door is. It slides completely shut so you can have privacy, but people can still hear outside, so you can't have that much privacy. I'm just kidding.
We call it a barn door, but it was an old big garage door. It was more of like a big building.
This is another room that me and Jalen stay in occasionally. If you watched my last haul, I filmed it in here and everyone was like, wow, that's the coolest bed ever. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Back when I started my business, I would just buy the houses. This is what the front of the houses would look like. This was a front door.
This is the cool part. You lock the door like that, so no one can break in.
What people appreciate on stuff like this, art collectors, a lot of stuff like this today, you might get a bunch of joined pieces of wood to carve something like this, but when you come across something like this and it's one solid piece of wood, you know you've got something very valuable.
Sometimes when I walk past it, it kind of scares me because I think it's a real person, or somebody will hide behind it and jump out at me, so I'm always like, ooh.
Yeah. Everything's got history in this house, and what's cool about this house to me is all this wood in this house. I remember the story of where I bought it, who I bought it from, the village, the people, It's just this house has got so much spirit and soul. Did the didgeridoo for you?
Yeah,
Oh, let's see
it.
her.
Try do this. I'm almost 50. When I was young, I used to be able to do it forward, backwards. Take your leg, this leg, you're gonna jump through that hole.
Yeah.
Oh, I can do that. I can do that. I can
All
do
right, let's see.
Come on, Jalen.
Oh boy. Oh, Jalen! Are you okay?
Give me that camera back. I'm a cameraman here. I'm a cameraman here.
Now we're headed to the garage. This is like the mud room area. Laundry room is right here.
Each one of us has our own closet for putting on jackets. Everyone keeps their shoes down here. And right here we put our shoes and socks on. I keep my socks in this drawer. In the winter we keep our things. So every morning you're just sitting right here. It's great.
This is the newest addition to the house.
This is a lot of fun. You're probably wondering, how could somebody do this? I played in a band, didn't go to college. I went out to Los Angeles right when I graduated high school. Played in a band until I was 25, 26 years old. I went traveling with a backpack and went off to Indonesia. I ended up living in huts over there, living with the people. I had almost zero overhead, and I roughed it for many, many years. And I started out selling a little bit of furniture. I had a little furniture store in Minneapolis that didn't work out, and then I started selling furniture to a big furniture store, and I just started out little by little, and it just slowly grew. To be successful in business, one of the biggest things you gotta have is patience. This took many years to build to where I got all this stuff. Creativity goes a long way. You don't have to be the smartest guy in school, but if you're creative and passionate about something, go for it.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to click the button down below to subscribe, and also subscribe to his channel. All right, guys, see you next time.